Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. I'm playing with Collage Soup images today and I have uh, this is not my idea, okay? You know I hate fussy cutting, but I love playing with Collage Soup. So the other day I suddenly thought, why don't I just use my craft knife to cut out the images that I want to use? Oh my gosh, it's an absolute game changer for me, given that I hate cutting out. So henceforth, this is the way that I'll be doing my Collage Soup pages. I'll be getting my craft knife involved, maybe cutting images out and then roughly with my scissors, and then adding them onto my journal page. So you see, I knew that this giant pink craft cutting mat that I bought would come in useful one day, which is why I hung on to it. So there we go. Henceforth, I will be using my craft knife to cut out images. So the book that I'm using mostly today for this journal page is London Calling. It's got lots of cool London themed images in, and then of course my Face It book. I'm going to be grabbing a few images from there too. I like to create little stories with my collage pages. Sometimes my stories are based around the images, and sometimes I have a kind of idea and I just go through the books and I find images that I just like the look of. Here I'm going to create a kind of quirky, crazy, bonkers page. Um, as is my way at the minute. I seem to have a little bit of a collage obsession at the moment. I am really enjoying creating these kind of collage pages. Now, this bit here, my friend Anne had done a collage page where she'd played with this Face It book and she had grabbed my photo out of the back of it. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. So I decided I would incorporate it into my journal page. Apologies about my enormous head getting in the way. So I'm going to use that on here. And now I don't know, I don't really have a plan. I just think, oh, I like that image. I wonder where I could put it. Unless I'm particularly wanting to illustrate a quote that I've come across, then I would be looking for certain images to go with that. But in this case, I just kind of hunt through and find the images that I like. And I think that's a great way to build a kind of story on your page. I mean, look how quick this is. Granted, I realise that I am quite confident using my craft knife, but for me, who hates cutting out, this is an absolute game changer. Um, yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to worry about fussy cutting anymore. I can just sit and use my knife. It's brilliant. So particularly for elements like this, I decided I would cut out all of the little windows because I want to put some yellow behind it, almost like the windows are lit up. And so this made this job particularly easy. I mean, I think I'd have used my craft knife for this anyway, had I decided to do this. I'm going to have myself peeping out that bottom archway. But yeah, this is really making this nice and easy to do. Okay, so I kind of often map the things out on the page where I want them to go. I've cut out a few letters as well from a Collage Fundamentals. That's the book that Neve Bailey did with Emily Stone a while ago. And now I'm just going to add some colour onto my page. So I said I wanted to pop yellow behind those windows. I can see I've gone too high up at the top on both sides. It doesn't really matter because I can add more colour over the top part. But I definitely wanted that yellow to be behind the windows. So I'm just adding the yellow in the middle, like that, in the middle. Down the edges, the opposite of what I said, in fact. Down the edges, a little bit of watery at the top. So these are Dina Wakley paints. Watery is a great base colour if you're just wanting like a hint of a sort of sky colour. You can kind of work with it from there. It's a lovely, lovely blue. It's not overpowering, so it's quite a gentle colour, and it works nice for a background. So I mean, that background looks a bit pants at the minute, but it's a background built around the images that I'm going to use, and that is the way that I'm going to kind of work this page. So now, just to bring a bit of interest onto the background, I'm coming in with sky paint and using this doily stencil from Dina Wakley, and just bringing a little bit of mark making into that background. I don't want too much because I don't want it to be too complicated. So this is a white gloss spray, just adding some of those on there as well. Don't forget, if you use the gloss, dip the nozzle into the water and add a bit of water into the lid when you put the lid back on. You can also take prints, don't forget, from your stencil as well. So then I'm using a distress spritz here. I've had these on my shelf for a long time, don't use them nearly enough. Decided I would just whack a bit of that on my page too. I'm using the Dina Wakley Media Glue to stick these images in. Now I'm just going to start kind of building my page pretty much as I put it together before. I'm giving that crazy smiley moon face a funky hat, and myself a hat and some butterflies, and the car driving out the middle of the bridge. It's just meant to be fun, and the kind of smiley moon is saying hi there. Um, I can't really explain where this came from, obviously somewhere inside my crazy brain, but it's such a fun way to create. So I've also gone in with a black pen and just drawn over some of the lines, and now I'm just pushing those back with a little kind of white line on those again. I'm going to add some details onto the window panes, almost like those kind of I can't remember what they're called. Oh yeah, leaded light windows. Obviously I think this is like the Tower Bridge in London. I'm not really a big London fan myself. I'm not a city girl. I so I think I've probably been to London about 5 or 6 times in my entire life. That's enough for me. Poor Andrew has to go with work nearly every week. I just don't know how he does it. He doesn't really have a great deal of choice, I guess. But now I am going in with some text. This is going to be some words about nonsense, because that's kind of what this page is. It's nonsense. It's just fun, allowing that creativity to come out. And I think giving yourself permission for it to be as bonkers as you want it to be. That is one of the joys of this kind of collage. You are just letting yourself be creative. The images are all there. All the hard work is done for you. All you have to do is kind of collate them together and create the journal page that works for you. So I like nonsense. It makes up the brain. It wakes up the brain. Fantasy. Is it something like is? Yeah. Uh, is a, can't remember what the quote says. Necessary. Oh my gosh, the anticipation. Come on, Claire, crack on. Ingredient in life. Yes, there we go. In living. So you can see how I've kind of wound my quote through my page. That's something else that I kind of quite like to do as well. I'm just playing with different styles of letters, popping some hearts on that are coming out from me, peeping out from that window at the bottom. And there we go. There's my page completely all about nonsense. Lots and lots of fun. So the books I've used for this one were London Calling, Face It and Collage Fundamentals. They are fabulous resources, and I am a little bit biased, yes, I admit that. But if you haven't tried this style of art journaling, give it a go. It's lots and lots of fun. It will hook you, I'm absolutely certain. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope to see you again soon.